I'm getting ready to record here, and you okay there, bud? Looks like she's a little bit of listing to one side there, don't you know? They won't get that fixed up. Cargo? We got 50 pounds of cargo. Might be packing a few lunches, or what, 500 pounds? Oh, googly moogly. Engine, instruments, green. Cylinder head temperature is green. We have suction. My brakes are not powerful enough, apparently. Okay, well then I'm just gonna have to stand on the brakes manually then, I guess. He does have aviator glasses, so I do approve. Well done. Well done, that man. Power adjustments are always fun. Get the plane all set up, then you gotta retrim it all again. I know you can change that, but I like the view look, so I don't know. So let's get you all guys nice and sick. Okay, let's try this again. That should be our target. That's Mount Hood. And we will do this all in one episode. I know it's going to probably take an hour, but we will literally fly there. That's our target. So I'm getting ready to record here, and you okay there, bud? Looks like she's a little bit of listing to one side there, don't you know? They won't get that fixed up. Oh yes, the old glitches of online Flight Sim. Oh yes, the the ever so popular flight simulator glitches. You be alright there, bud. You may want to shut that off. You're gonna get a prop strike in there a minute, don't you know? Okay, you do you, boo. I'm just saying. Maybe I'll get them tires checked out. Any hooser. Damn heck we got going on here? Boeing coming in? Here in Astoria? It's a tad bit unusual. Okay. Boy, anything from big boys down to, oh my. He's really glitched out now. Oh, yes. Multiplayer mode in Flight Sim. This brings me back to the old FSX days. How you doing there, bud? Mr. Big Boy, Mr. Compensator, yes. Don't you get near my Beaver, boy. Don't you get near my Beaver. Oh, boy. Oh boy. Oh. How you doing? You still doing good? Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, make yourself right at home. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh. Really? I thought not. Looks like you're still doing alright. Motors are still running. Now what? I don't think we got big terminals here there for you, big boy. I will admit, multiplayer mode and flight simulator, it is a Wild West, but I think we fixed it now. I tell you what, it could be a Wild West in multiplayer mode, so we joined up with VATSIM, so it should be a little bit quieter and people should behave themselves just a little bit more. So, today, on this episode, actually, well, multiple episodes, I'm not going to do this all in one shot, we're going to tour the Central Oregon Cascade and see what beauty they have to offer. Basically, the mountain tours of the Central Range of the Cascades, so anything from Hood River down to Mount McLaughlin, down in, it's Medford, I was going to say Ashland, but it's more Medford area. It's north of the Siskiyous, near the California border. And then we'll probably jump over the ocean and have a beautiful fly back, full circle. This will be a playlist, so please check it often for updates. We will be starting from Astoria, and we'll be ending here at our base here in Astoria. And we're going to take a tour of the mountains, not bush flying or mountain strip landing, because a lot of these airports actually have snow on them, so we can't do a lot of bush flying. In the summertime we'll do that, but here's the end of December, end of the year, and so we're gonna go fly around and hit up the local airports that we do know that we can safely land. So for this particular run, we're going to go ahead and go to Madras. We'll land there in Madras and stretch our legs and grab something to eat. Once we take off here from Astoria, and en route, we will show you Mount Hood Wilderness area. It'll be a beautiful flight today. It'll be a beautiful flight. So let's get going. Hello, sir. Good morning. Right. Shish, the old checklist, get this party started. Okie dokie, so we have the ignition off, parking brake is set, gear lever, we're not in a float plane. Want to get into that one these days. Flight control is free and correct. That looks good enough to me. You can also check it visually out here. Up, down, left, right, front, center, so on and so forth. You guys get the general idea. Normally you do that in real life. Trims as required. Slightly nose up, that's fine. All switches are off. Confirmed. Master alternator and battery is off. Actually, correction, they need to turn those on for a quick second. Nav lights on. Interior lights as required. Fuel quantity. Check. No, that won't do. Stand by. I want full fuel payload. And it's just me and my buddy in the passenger seat. Just the two of us. Plus with you beautiful people from the internets. So we'll go ahead and just delete our weights here a little bit. Cargo. We got 50 pounds of cargo. Might be packing a few lunches or 500 pounds. Oh, googly moogly. No. I don't like how this weight and balance works on the co-pilot. I'm 200 pounds. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, there you go. Our buddy here is 180. He's much slimmer and much healthier than we are. 0, 0, 0. Oh, easy. 0. No. 0. Okay, and go. Okay. I mean, we could role play a little bit and go over to the fuel pumps, but you guys get the general idea. We just want to get going for now. Let me know if you want to do a little bit more in-depth like that. Altimeter set local. Well, we're about 14 feet. Yep, looks good enough to me. Clock is set. Sim time is 8:45. Before starting engine, fuel emergency cutoff switch should be closed. Prop area clear. Oops, wrong button. Looks like we're clear. So prop. Full decrease, mixture cutoff, carb heat cold, ignition off, and we'll spin the starter manually and make sure clear out all the cylinders. Nope, wrong button. Oi, wrong button. Clear. And the engine's now clear. Excellent. Fuel and oil emergency cutoff, switch open. Fuel selector center or nearest tank. We'll go center. That's fine. Beacon's on. Throttle lever. Let's crack that open here. And prop lever full decrease or full aft. Mixture full rich. We'll get 5 psi initial on the wobble pump, which is this guy here. And we got 5 psi. Come up. Excellent. Primer, 4 strokes. Ignition on. And starter, and I'll use the fuel pump booster just to initially get this going. Revs until we get 50 psi. We do have 50 psi, so go ahead and put it to 1000 RPM for the warm-up. go ahead and warm up our radios. Starter switches off. Get some a little bit of instrument lights here for us. All right. Radios. Go ahead and set our frequencies for the locals here. Tune to the weather right quick. I did not get that right. Gosh dang it. I hate it when that happens. 375. Whatever. 370. It's not whatever. Okay, that's fine. Oops. Oh, hang about.
Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango, automated weather observation, 1600 Zulu. Wind, calm. Visibility, 9er.
Nice.
Sky condition, clear.
Nice.
Temperature, 15 Celsius.
Yes.
Dew point, 13 Celsius.
Not too cold out.
Altimeter 2992.
Alright, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. Okay. Flaps are up. Props full forward. Landing lights and transponder is on standby. Alright, we're pretty much ready to taxi. Now, as far as how we'll progress, let me go over the flight plan, if you will, and we will show you exactly what what I have planned for us to get us over to Mount Hood and then over to Madras. The big picture is we're going to start here in Astoria, northwest corner of Oregon, and then we're just going to, here's the mountain range right here, and we're going to visit all of the most prominent, I should say, mountains in the area. And then we'll zip over back to the coast and fly up back home. Now, get out of the way. Now, obviously, we're not going to do this in one video. It would be like a 10-hour video. But I'll break it up into legs. So our first leg will be from Astoria to Mount Hood, then to Madras, where we'll take our first break. We'll start here in Astoria, follow the mighty Columbia River over here, reach now the Longview area, and then we'll go direct south, hit up the Newburgh VOR here, do a little bit of VOR work between that and the Battleground VOR. Then once we hit the Newburgh VOR, we're going to go ahead and direct east, Mount Hood, and have a little fly around the beautiful Mount Hood scenery. And for you, there you go. And then from there, we'll depart southeast to Madras, and we'll do some more VOR work on that leg as well. You two guys don't have to work at all, but I have to do it. So let's go ahead and let's get started. That's the big picture for you. So let me put in the localizer, or the VOR correction for Newburgh. Okay. What? Wow, we can reach Newburgh from here on the ground? That's interesting. Okay. Alright, we're ready to taxi. Alright, we'll clear this way. We're clear that way. Excellent. Thank you. Oh, hey, watch it there, bud. Let's see, where is our taxiway's right in front of us, that's why I can't see it. Gotta love these tail draggers. Guys want a challenge, get into a tail dragger. Okay, let's see here. That one's coming that way. Do it that way, excellent. I have a cheeky little sneaky right over here. Follow our beautiful yellow line here. Looking good. Mind our beautifully placed taxiway light. Alright, this should be good enough. Okay, somebody else wants to pull in, we can just come over on this side. Should be fine. Okay. Go ahead and set parking brake. Thank you. Run up. Parking brake set. Controls fully back. Fuel select our nearest tank. Prop full increase. Mag drop test 1700 RPM. And we have 1700 RPM. I see both magnetos. It's left. Both. Right. Back to both. Check. A little bit of a drop. Not bad. Definitely within limits. Throttle lever. 29 inches. 29 to 30 inches. Verify RPM's about 2100. Yeah, it's a little under that. I think it'll be okay. Engine instruments, green. Cylinder head temperature is green. We have suction. My brakes are not powerful enough, apparently. Okay, well then I'm just gonna have to stand on the brakes manually then, I guess. Haven't had that happen yet before. I'll have to pay attention to the outside a little bit more. Okay. What else was there? Everything's in range. Prop governor test, so throttle 1600 RPM. Cycling prop. And we have decrease and flow recovery of RPM. And we'll go ahead and go back down to 1000 here. And we'll go ahead and lean on our mixture a little bit. That's going to take a hot minute before we get going. Doors closed up. Fuel selector on. Fuel pump booster on. We do that as we're about ready to take off. That thing's annoying. Pilot heat as required. Elevator trim. Flaps. Takeoff flaps, if you please. Thank you. Compass is 7076. So that's 70. Yep, looks good enough to me. Autopilot, yeah, we can have it help out. We'll do 9,500. Oh, 9,500 is good for me. All right, run up complete. Everything looks good to go. Let's get going. Now, how did I? Oof, I have to run up on the grass here a little bit. Do a hard pivot, grind them tires. Although planes with a fully caster wheel out in front, so this is your conventional trikes, tricycle gear landing types. Some of them are free floating caster, and the only way you can steer it is by the wheels with your differential braking. So every annual, you get new tires and a brake job, courtesy of your wallet. All right. Okay, we're not ready for takeoff yet. We're going to hold here for a second. Okay, so we're on 1228. We're departing to the east on 080. Fuel pump booster on. Flaps are set. Mixture full rich. Props full rich. Lights, camera. Strobes on. Camera is on altimeter. Mode C, reporting altitude. And ready for takeoff. Astoria traffic to Havilland enters as your Kilo Alpha, taking up 08 straight out Astoria. Alright, let's rock and roll. Let's go see some beautiful scenery. Fantastic. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Okay, no one's coming on final there. I hate this portion of the runway because you can't see what the deal is coming from the other side, so snipe it a little bit early. Yep, we're gonna go there. Okay, bring ourselves back up to the taxi line. Okay, not much for lollygagging. Get ourselves lined up. Heels to the floor, slowly roll in the power. Here we go. stick back on this a little bit until it wants to come up. Stall a horn, wait for it. It will lift off on its own. Sit there and wait. Look at that. Beautiful. It will go on its own. Perfect. This will be a nice, easy flight for us. Really looking forward to this. Okay, we'll pitch for 90. About 90. Retract 1 notch flaps. Trim's fairly well set for takeoff. And go ahead and reduce all flaps. Go ahead and follow the Columbia for a little bit. Oops, sorry about the glitch in there, guys. My computer's being temperamental this morning, apparently. I'm gonna shut that dang dog thing up. I keep forgetting to do that. Thank you. Alright, we're at 1,000 feet. We'll go ahead and turn our fuel pump booster off. Set power for climb. Trim. Nose up. Nose up. Uh-oh, we lagged out. I lagged out. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. There it goes. Woo! Scared me for a second. Okay, we'll trim for 500 feet per minute. Maybe. My joystick will cooperate here a little bit. There we go. Excellent. Wheels off. That's pretty much done in the morning. Cleared left. Correction. Cleared left. Cleared right. Looks good to me. Kick her on down the Beaver. Now obviously we're fairly low still, so you don't want to venture all the way out here in case you want to land on dry land. So don't get too adventurous. That should be our destination over there. That should be Mount Adams. So Mount Adams and Mount Hood are basically direct north and south of each other. That should be Hood right there. That's the one we're going to. We'll get to Adams and St. Helens in another playlist episode. Don't you guys worry about that. Okay, we're climbing at 1,000 feet. Climbing a little bit faster than I would have liked it, but, 500 feet is very, very comfortable if we had passengers, but we just have me and, I don't know your name yet. We gotta think of a name. Post it in the chat, or not the chat. This ain't Twitch. Post it down in the comments below if we should name our little special co-pilot deal. He does have aviator glasses, so I do approve. Well done. Well done, that man. Okay. So, we're still on a story track. We could tune to center. But we do know that there's once we cross above 4,000 feet, we can blow right over PDX without worry about busting airspace and Class Charlie airspace. And once we snake on down the river here, PDX won't be a factor. Not on a nice cool day like this with us having minimal weight. Alright, climbing checklist. Flaps up, or flaps are climbed, but they're up because we're going fast enough. Gear is up, boost pump are off, landing lights as required. We go ahead and turn those off. That's why checklists are important. Those are expensive lights. Center or nearest fullest tank. And climb speed, recommended climb power is 30 inches at 2,000 RPM. So we can pull it back a little bit. Nice economical climb here. Excellent.
Seattle Center, 73386, level 340, occasional shots.
Turn this way a little bit. Trim up.
Center, 73386, engine report 436.
Excellent. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Alright. So basically, the Columbia River pretty much goes east-west for a while, and then it'll turn south into Portland. So once we're going south, we'll basically start catching up on the, we'll start to follow the Newburgh VOR. And once we cross that, we'll head pretty much direct east to Hood River. So basically, we'll be skirting just on the outside of the Class Charlie Bravo airspace, although technically we'll be above it by then, so it will not be a factor.
We put 36 on request, got a 33.
So we're almost at 4,000 feet. We'll easily
Climbing
be above
X6
Charlie airspace. We can get down there. Perfect. So at least 5,500 feet would be nice. Although in real life I would not be
135, yeah, that's good.
going through the Class Charlie or near the Class Charlie airspace unless I was, well above 4,000. Because there's a lot of big old jets that come in. It's a fairly busy airport, obviously, by the airspace. All right, we're above 4,000 feet, so we'll gently lean around just a little bit. You guys notice I fixed the rattle on the oil cap? Oh man, that was getting annoying as all get out, let me tell you what. Almost need some rudder trim. One click to the right.
134 at 907, 742. Bye-bye.
See if that helps us out here a little bit. Not bad. Nah. I'll pull it back. 1, 2, that should be center. Gorgeous day, gorgeous day. Right, so that is the mighty Columbia River. It's large and in charge. So we're just ready to turn due south. So for people who are actually locals, Longview should be somewhere right over there. Nah, I think Longview's further in, actually. There's kind of snakes. Those dead. Yeah, no, Longview should be over there. Longview's not this close to Astoria.
We sure are, sir. We did check in at 30 so I thought
What happens if we were to ditch immediately? Well, if we had an engine out, let's look for it. So obviously we got the river. That's more or less a worst case scenario, unless you find one of those islands or shallow land. But okay, we got some fields here. Here we go. Yeah, we got some farmers' fields over here that we can should be able to have a ditch out option on. This long piece right here next to the river, possibly. Although those might have some deep ditches. You don't know until you get down closer. This strip right here between the two rivers, or rather the sloughs here, that might be our target. Circle around left hand a few times, bleed off air or altitude. And that would be our that'd be emergency landing. Always have an out. Always have an out.
Skywest 3386. What's that? 3207 for Skywest 3386.
Sometimes you may not have an out, so you've got to pick the best of the worst scenario. That's right. Longview has the big bridge connecting Washington and Oregon, and I did not see that bridge. So Longview should, yeah, I guess it's over here a little bit more.
Perfect. Thank you, sir, for that.
Don't want to fly too high because then you guys won't see any of the terrain. But maybe initially we'll plan for 5,500, which actually we're coming up on pretty quickly. Let's plan for 5,500 so you can see the pretty terrain. But eventually we will have to start climbing for Mount Hood. So So we get up near the top so you can circle it a few times. Okay, so Quincy's over here, so Longview should be somewhere right over here, I think. So basically, the Columbia River goes all the way into Idaho, and then the Snake River, and at some point, I can't remember, it turns into the Snake River, or the Snake River feeds into the Columbia, one of those deals. We can fly the whole Columbia River if you guys want to at some point. Go up the Columbia Gorge. It's gorgeous up there. We can definitely do that.
Yeah, we're going to try to ride for 36 still. 20 to 10. Do you have any other reports? Negative. It was good.
Really hoping to see Longview. Kind of see how detailed it is. What's our... Oh, shoot. We're above 6,000. No. Want to stay at least 5,000 for a bit. It won't take long to climb to 9,500 feet. Not with just me and Bud here. So we can stay down here. Trim. Yes, I'm not using autopilot right now, people. Trying to work on my trim wheel here. Come on, go down. Back down to 5,500, please.
Yeah, we picked up the light turbulence there about 5 minutes south of Klamath, but once you get past Klamath now, it's just about here.
Okay, nose down a little bit more. It does not want to come down. It wants to fly. I like that in an airplane. I really do. Okay. Let's see. Kelso, Washington would be... They do have an airport. Fairly long airport, 4,400 in length. It's a fairly long airport. Hopefully we can see that. Get the binoculars out. Could be in there. We could also cheat, just look. Whiskey Tango 44 waypoint. Am I reading that right? Or is that an actual airport? I can't tell. That might be a private airport. That's a private airport on the island. Right directly below us. I didn't know they had a private airport down there. Well, that's cool. I might have to pick up the phone and give them a call and fly in one of these days. Okay, nose back up. There's a snudge. Okay, so we're definitely there, so we definitely have a ways to go before we get to Longview. In fact, actually with Longview, you can, once you cross a 334 radial out of Newburgh, well, actually should be, that would land us almost dead direct in Longview. So which radial are we now on Newburgh? The 322 radial. Okay, so we cross a 334 approximately on that radial. We will, Longview should be pretty much near there. Again, that's another way you can navigate, not just by matching up on the side. No, pilot is dead reckoning, but you can also use VOR without GPS if you wanted to. I'm not a masochist. I like the GPS, but always keep your VOR training and your dead reckoning trained up, kept up, in case one of these buggers does go down. You still have a way to navigate. For funsies, what's the radial now? How close are we? 324? Oh yeah, we got a bit to go still.
And center Delta 2558. We are picking up a little bit of lightweight here, plus minus 10 knots.
Actually, we can go into cruise mode now here. That's much better.
Better altitude.
There we go. Of course, when you make adjustments like that, then you gotta trim again. Come on, trim out. Behave yourself, little girl. Little lady. That's what I was gonna say. Okay, which radial we're on now? The 326. It's coming in. It's taking its time. That's okay. Oh, this thing. Come on now. Power adjustments are always fun. Get the plane all set up, then you got to retrim it all again. That's how it is in the real aviation scene. You're constantly, seems like you're constantly fiddling with something. Oh, really? Fine, I'll get a lot of trim. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Don't need to get nasty with me, little Beaver. You'll be all right. Okay, trim up. Let it adjust itself. Let it find its happy place. Something like that. Okay, that should keep us out of trouble. Right. Radial. 328. 328 radial. Show. Should be near Quincy. Peaks down. Yep. Okay, let's see. So let's see here. There's a big log yard in Longview. I wanted to see if that's actually fairly accurately depicted. There it is. That should be Longview. There's the bridge that goes from Oregon to Washington. So that is indeed the Longview port area. We ship logs overseas, and this is where they load them up. We'll see how close they depict that. So Longview is in sight. So Kelso, so log yard. Kelso shouldn't be too much further away. It looks like it's right on the river. It should be right on the river, too. I don't know if it's at the very edge next to the base of them hills. I'm guessing so. I don't think that's an airport. Wouldn't make sense because Kelso should be on the other side. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, we still going approximately east. Oh, we're definitely going east. So we'll keep it at odd thousands plus 500. Excellent. Pretty much the whole trip to Mount Hood should be that. So actually, if I'm looking straight, I think that's Mount Adams. I think. No, that's St. Helens. Alright, so that's St. Helens over there. We'll save that for another day. And right behind that should be Adams. So basically, Mount Adams and St. Helens are direct east of each other. Like almost literally, and then Adams and Mount Hood is almost direct north and south of each other. Kind of adds up like a little square. It's pretty cool how that happens. All right, there is the log yard IRL. I don't have a picture for you guys because it's been a while since I've been out there. Should be right there. In fact, you know what? We could have a decrease. Well, no, we'll just see. We'll keep 5,500. We'll just see what happens. I can't render too much distance out because my CPU on my computer is 10 years old. I'm running a 4th gen Intel. I'm surprised it can fly in this simulator as it is, but it's not pretty. It's unfortunately I have to pull it back for you guys. But in the future, I like to pump up the graphics a little bit more and just get better and better providing content for you guys. Okay, I do want to see that, so let's go ahead and gently rock her this way. Yes. Okay, so we should be coming up on a 3. We're at a 330 radial right now. 335. Excellent. Okay. Good. This is a big whole industrial park port area. That should be good. We'll go and level that out. Engines singing wonderfully. Instruments are in the... Well, they're mostly in the green. Temperature's a little bit cooler, but that's because we got her pulled back. We'll pull back on our mixture a little bit. We're on the center tank. Center tank. That looks good.
Seattle Delta 2910. If you have any good reports for rides at 38, we have second class.
Yeah, there's the logs. That's pretty cool. Those logs not stacked long ways like that. They're actually stacked little ways like this is how they're technically stacked, but they are depicted. That's pretty cool. So Kelso Airport should be
Seattle Delta 2910.
that humdinger right there. That looks like an airport. I see something flashing down there. Yeah. There's the touchdown pads and there's the threshold. Yep. Okay, so that's Kelso Airport. Excellent.
Seattle Delta 2910.
If we kick this plane over here a little bit, we should see it is depicted on the sectional.
Okay, thank you. We're leaving 36 for 380 Delta 2910.
Should be depicted on. There is kind of hard to see on the sectional, but that bridge is depicted, and there it is right there. And that is the log yard. Excellent, excellent. So we know exactly where they are. I've picked up fertilizer from this terminal, the terminal here in Longview before. I've been actually inside that building before. Yep, that's the Longview Industrial Complex area. Sweet. And that's the Kelso Airport. Doesn't look very wide though. Excellent, excellent. So we know where we are. We're cruising for a bruising. Okay, which radial did we wind up on? 339 radial. Perfect. Excellent, excellent. So that also, we confirmed our location via VOR, as well as pilotage. Excellent. Now we're going to start returning, heading south here now. So, I think what we're going to do... I really don't want to climb to 9,500 feet, because at that high you can't see too many features, so... We'll keep it low and slow here for a little bit longer. Maybe once we cross the Newburgh VOR, then we'll actually start climbing up to Mount Hood. That should be our target. That's Mount Hood. And we will do this all in one episode. I know it's going to probably take an hour, but we will literally fly there. That's our target. Should be our target. And then in the next episode beyond that should be Mount Jefferson, which would be Leg 2. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe that one might be Jefferson, but it's kind of hard to see this so far out. And then you got the Three Sisters, the Santiam Pass. We'll fly a lot of those canyons too at some point. So technically, what's my altitude? Sitting here gathering. Oh, we're a little high up. So technically, we're 5,500 feet. The Hillsborough Delta class airspace, 2,700 feet. The Class C airspace goes up to 4,000 feet. So technically, if we sat fat dumb and happy at 5,500 feet, technically we can blow right over PDX, which I would not have the nerve to do that in real life. It's just that he's got so many Boeings and it's just so busy. It's just 5,000 feet seem 5,500 feet here. You know, that's only 1,500-foot separation from the Charlie. That seems pretty tight. Now, obviously, you would be talking to the controller, but or center, maybe request some flight following, but 1,500 feet's not a lot above the Class Charlie for some big old planes that come barreling in. But technically, if we kept fat, dumb, and happy at this altitude, we legally would be perfectly acceptable.
2135, have a good one, that's
Okay, so now we're coming down the Columbia River at Mach 3. No, not actually Mach 3. We are coming down the Columbia River, but let's say if we want to avoid the Charlie altogether, if we can't get up to 5,000 feet, because Yahoo over here had too much Taco Bell, now he's sitting fat, dumb, and happy. We shall now track the Newburgh VOR. We pretty much want to head direct to the Newburgh VOR. So we're currently on the 344 radial, which means we also need to go onto the 344 radial outbound, which is right 34 radial outbound, about right there. That's 33. There's the 344 right there. And here's where you can cheat, because technically the outbound leg is reciprocal right of the 180 inbound leg, right? So what you do is you just put your heading bug right at the bottom of the tail, boom, now you're on the 3-4 radial outbound. It did not have to do any maths whatsoever. It's like the reciprocal is about the 160. So that's how you can track the outbound leg if you're actually going inbound to your VOR. Put that outbound on the back of your tail and psh, we're going straight to the VOR now. You could also do the maths on that.
2051?
So 345 radial, minus 180 degrees, because half circle will be the 165 radial. And 165, yeah, within a couple of degrees. Excellent. Let's go ahead and check for compass precession. So 1516, 154-ish. 155, yeah, it precessed a little bit. So let's do shy of there. Okay, right now, okay, like I said, that's 15160. That's more like the 170 actually. That's more like the 170, 16170, so something like that. So our heading bug now is going to be a little bit off. We're on a 345 radial. 34. We're not too far off actually. We're fairly well spot on. Go ahead and trim down just a skosh. So now, technically, if we fly this route, we should be able to skirt just to the outside of the Charlie airspace in total, even though technically we're above it. It's good practice. Good practice for navigation. And if we take a look, we can cheat. We should be able to see the Charlie. There's the Charlie airspace right there. Oh, it's going to be close, actually. It's going to be close. No, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. We're too close to the river. We'd have to kick ourselves out, technically. So, without GPS, you'd have to find another VOR, and which would be Battleground VOR, and do some quick maths and see which intersection. Looks like you'd have to hit the 274 outbound radial on Battleground, while also being on 334 radial outbound on Newburgh. Hit that intersection, and then you could actually know you'll be able to skirt away from that, from the Class Charlie.
Yeah, that's got a little bit of a moderate chop out of 36 here. Just light turbulence on the climb. Do you have anybody at 38? No, we're just about at 38 so far. It seems flying a little bit of long way.
116.6 for Battleground. What the heck? Let's give it a go. Put this in comms too. 16.6.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks very much.
Now it should pop up. 116.6. What? It doesn't show me the. Dog's going nuts. F2. Yeah, that's Battleground VOR. Interesting. It's not telling me. Well, that's right. This can't show the. Yeah, that doesn't show me which radial I'm on. Could I plug that in the my steam gauge here? It's been so long since I've done this. Oh well. Doing this all on the fly. Let's see here. No, because that's VOR1. That's an OBS. I don't have VOR1 and VOR2. So actually, if I do this, but that's for. Ooh, having one VOR gauge is going to be a pain in the bahootie. So let's dial in 166.6. So, which radial are we on for Battleground? Direct west from. So we're on the 270 radial. Okay. So if we're on the 270 radial Battleground, and we are on the more or less the 165 radial, which is 165 plus 180 is 345 radial. We are not too far out, actually. We actually might be able to skirt the class Charlie just with the trying to use the VOR here. Just barely. It might, if we're on that if we're on that Tango airway, that'd be a lot better. Which is the 334, but 345 will actually kick us out. Yeah, it kicks us in a little bit closer, actually. But if we look here on our map. Oh, on center. There's our airplane. We will be slightly skirting that. But it's nice to know that's how you can triangulate yourself with just VORs. I'm being haphazardly and lazy about it. But again, it'd be really nice if you had two VORs in here, not instead of the ADF on here. It would be a lot nicer, so you can track two of them at the same time. You don't have to flip between the two like this. That would get painfully boring. Or your workload wouldn't be boring; it would be intense, actually. But so that's how you can skirt the, or how you can triangulate yourself. Yes, or as I've already said. So we'll see how close we can actually get. Oh, let's try and clear this space up here. No. Try to clear this up for you guys here a little bit. You can visualize this. That's the air. The air avoidance detection. Oh yeah, yeah. We'd be a little too close to it. Again, we're at 5,500 feet, so we'll just skirt it. So we want to be worried too terribly about it. Go ahead and start turning away from Portland. Get away from the Class Charlie. I know we're above, but still makes me nervous. And we do have a few planes on the old VATSIM right now. Can't really show you guys unless I have 2 recording applications open, but so if we skirt this way, we should just barely miss, barely clip it or barely miss the Charlie. Excellent. We are still headed on the, we're on the going east, well, like south, but so we're still at odd thousands plus 500 on our cruise. Excellent. Fuel's good. Engine's in the green. Well below the green, but that's just because it's running a little bit cold. Cylinder temperature is nominal. We've been in flight for about half an hour. Section's good. Pretty much cruising right along here. Excellent. So, when can we turn, go direct east? As soon as we're out of that Charlie's shelf right there. So, pretty much, if you head direct to the Newburgh VOR, we can do that. And then once we see the outbound leg, we'll go ahead, we know, as soon as we see the to and from switch on our VOR, we'll know we can go ahead and head direct east. So, are we on the Newburgh VOR? Uniform Bravo Golf, yep, that's Newburgh. 354 radial. We're on, that's the outbound side, so 3. We're currently, oh, hang about. We're pretty much direct south right now, so we're a little bit further, if we want to track the VOR, we're actually, yeah, we got the Charlie there, hang on a second. No, we're 5,000 feet, we'll be fine. Go ahead and try to bring that radial in. So right now, in order to go direct there, we'd have to tune 355. 355, right about there. So if we track that, we should be able to now dial it in. We can also do it here. So we would need to head, that's 180, 160, correction, 170, so 175. Yeah. 175 radial. That should drag us in directly there. VOR is 16 nautical miles out, so it won't take long at all to get there.
There's got 3857 light turbulence here. Does that get better going north?
We do have an airplane. It's cool because you can see the other airplanes too come up on here. Live. The only traffic seen here is no AI. This is all VATSIM, and I'm looking on VATSIM. That guy is no flight plan fly. He's at 4,300 feet. I wonder if I can spot him. I wonder. So he's somewhere out. Oops, sorry, dude. I don't see him. VATSIM says he's 4,300. If we were doing flat flying, we'd get in there probably an advisory, but I don't technically see him out there. But anyways, kind of a cool feature. Okay. Good, drifting away from our VOR here a little bit. We're just on the outside of the Charlie. I mean, we are just wingtips there, just very close on skirting that Class Charlie. There's Portland proper. Not much to see, trust me. There's PDX. That's why the Charlie exists right there. That's Portland International Airport. Yep. And there's the BNSFF train station. Excellent.
Seattle United 2051, gets about plus or minus 100 feet on the runway.
Okay, where are we at on the old VOR? So now we need to head... We're tracking the Newburgh VOR. We need to head direct south in order to track that, so we need to step on it this way. What's interesting, it's only... the GPS only showing me part of the Class Charlie airspace. I don't know sure why that is. If it automatically takes it away if I'm too far away from it, I don't know. But as you can see on Sky Vector, yeah, no, it surrounds the whole airport. Shoot, I really don't know what's up with that. Okay, let's tune this in again. So, if we go this way ever so slightly, 12 nautical miles out, so we should be crossing it here in a few minutes. And then once we see this beautiful arrow flip, hopefully we'll be able to catch that, we can turn direct east. Oh, 160-ish. That should be Hillsborough. Should be Hillsborough Airport, right? Yeah, because there's the Delta right there. 10 nautical miles out. Ooh. We are definitely not tracking it anymore. Well, lazily tracking it. So we need to turn direct south. I'm going to turn direct south.
Let's go 3857, light turbulence here, 360. Does that get better going north?
Okay, there we go. We'll line up on our VOR again. Get a little bit lazy on that. Very, very sloppy work. Okay. So, should be coming up on that. Oh, interesting. So, the other Charlies are starting to pop up. It must be an altitude thing. It won't even show you unless you're actually getting close to the airspaces. Huh. You gotta know your equipment, folks, and how it works. I'm still trying to get... I haven't done flight simulator so long. Getting back into 2020 here. It's pretty much doing crash courses all over again. Okay, so we're head direct south. Getting further a little way, so it's obviously to get closer to your VOR or ILS, it's going to get more and more sensitive, so don't go chasing it too much. Yes? And head a little bit this way. I mean, we could turn right now, but...
Yeah, looking at 2051, gets about plus or minus 100 feet on the runway.
It's also good to get your VOR practice in. Navigating via radio. Right. 7 nautical miles out. Okey-dokey. Of course, this OBS is going to get more and more finicky. It might be the Willamette. No. Yes? I can't remember if it's... No. No, that's not the Willamette. Should it? Actually, it might be. That goes through the VAT. Yeah, actually, it might be. That's okay, we're not navigating that way. 6 nautical miles out. We're still tracking it. Yeah, actually, we're fairly well squared on. What's our compass say? Coming up to 180, pretty much 270. Yeah, we're a little bit off, actually.
And Seattle Camp 565.
Forgot about my presets. Gotta do that every once in a while. So we're saying 2 right now, so we're gonna fly direct over the VOR, or rather attempt to, as best you practically can.
Yeah, light chop at plus minus 100 feet and
Let's see.
plus minus 10 knots for
180, so we're almost on the 190. That's about as close as I'm going to be able to dial it in. At least without having a physical gauge in front of me. That is a hint for future content. Basically, I would like to build a real-life flight sim cockpit for you guys. Join you on my journey as we do that, and then fly around with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we'll start with the Beaver, because it's fairly simplistic, per se. And then after we get done building that cockpit, if I have enough room, we'll build some more. If I don't go mad. 4 miles out. Oh my goodness. So there's the VOR. Right there. Uniform Bravo Golf. That's the Newburgh VOR. Not bad tracking it just by that's not bad tracking it just by the VOR station. Our VOR 1 receiver. That's pretty banging good. I'm not gonna lie. That's not terrible. So let's go ahead and flip that again. So yeah. We're a little bit off, but not bad. In fact, that should be the Newburgh Airport right there. No, Newburgh doesn't have strobes on their approach. That should. No, I wouldn't think that'd be Newburgh. Well, I don't know whose airport that is. So still on the 2. We're not really tracking it we're very sloppily tracking it now. What radial do we need to be on? Need to be in that direction.
Alright, we're just getting that right now. Skywar's 3047.
There's Mount Hood. We're about ready to turn north and go to Mount Hood. Okay. 1.6 nautical miles, so now go ahead and wait for this arrow to switch. Go ahead and just hold it steady here. That's about, yeah, that looks pretty dang gone good. So it's up. Wait for the card to show from. Should flip over here in less than a minute. Wait for it.
1, 2, 1, 3, 5, you look.
Wait for it. Needle's going out, that's fine.
Southwest course. We're at 60, getting slightly south. Anything further ahead, just
Should be coming over right now. There it is. See it flip? Excellent. So now it's right. We are basically direct in the center of the VOR, and now we're on the outbound leg. Excellent, excellent. Let's turn direct east and climb. Put climbing power back in. Nose up. And we will turn direct east.
we're hitting like about 100 back there.
So that's technically Mount Hood. So that should be Jefferson. It should be Jefferson. Go ahead and turn this way a little bit. Now to help us out, we're going to go ahead and turn on the autopilot. Give us 500 feet per minute. Since I flew that leg manually, next leg we can fly a little bit more, what would you call it? A little bit more leisurely, if you will. So it looks like I said the 0607-075 heading. Excellent, excellent. And that should lock us in for Mount Hood. I really don't have an ETA yet. Should be about another half an hour-ish. I could dial in the Mount Hood Airport. That's about 30-40 miles north of the mountain. So that wouldn't be a very good calculation, just doing that on the fly. We'll still keep the Newburgh VOR in. So let's see here. We're on this 103 radial outbound.
2135, you do the same launch at 1173.
Speed's coming down. Let's get more power in here. And we're still climbing. We're going to start pulling mixture back here a little bit.
Over to center 12135, got 347 minutes.
Now we are heading 075. 7875. Oh. Where are you at? Hello? What is wrong with this thing? 2? No, we're going from. There it is. So, yeah, more or less. We're not quite on the radial.
Center Delta 1045.
09. According to that, we're on the 090. Yeah, and even the GPS says, yeah, duh. Why don't you look at me more often? I make life easy for you.
Yeah, it's Delta 1045. We're pretty much continuous light, almost moderate here at 34. Is it any better down below?
All right, excellent. Climbing nice and steady.
How about 36? Is that smooth?
Fuel, still got plenty in the metal tank. Temperatures are nominal, fuel pressure nominal. Temperatures in the green, oil pressure's in the green. Charging, amperage, and voltage. Suction's good. Done. Oh, geez, we almost been in flight for a whole hour. This is going to be a long episode. And this is just the first parter.
Seattle 79 at 669, 21-4, climbing 230.
Cannot adjust our compass right now because we are in a accelerated flight. Can't do that right now, so yeah, looking good.
Then we'll go to 360 Delta 1045.
Was that Malino that we saw? Or was it Aurora? Where the heck are we? Sandy? Can't be over at Sandy quite yet. I forgot how fast these planes can fly. Estacada? No, that's not Estacada. Idiot.
79 at 669, 22-6, leveling 230.
This glass needs to be replaced. Oh my goodness. It would be nice if we had an option to have slightly less weathered windows. Although, to be honest, this does happen IRL, because you're dealing with polyglass. No, it's not glass per se, it's plastic. But it would be nice if it was a little bit clearer. Oh well, this can't have nice things. That's the Willamette River. I recognize that ugly river anywhere. That's Interstate 5, right there. I know that. That's Interstate 5. I know that intersection. That's the 205 interchange. And that's, so that would be Tualatin area. Yep, that's the 205. 205 goes out and around. Oh wow, you can see all the mountains here. So that should be Adams, St. Helens, and then way off the distance you can see that is Rainier.
Levitate 3339, 669.
So that's the I-5, the 205. Yep, and that would be Sherwood.
Delta 1045. I'd like to put 300 back up as well.
Yes, indeed it is.
Thanks, 300 Delta 1045.
Excellent. Nice about being a local is you can actually recognize a lot of these features if you're remotely close.
Got it, thanks.
So that is the Willamette River indeed. It'll basically dump out into Columbia. This is the Columbia coming out of the gorge. Oh, that's a beautiful flight. We have to bust a few rules or fly really low, but I would love to take you guys the whole length of the gorge throughout the entire state of Oregon. It's a beautiful flight. A beautiful drive too, in real life too. Hey, scanning for traffic. I don't see any immediate traffic in the vicinity. GPS pretty much says, yeah, there's really not much to report there. We take all that gobbledygook off. Oops. Oh, easy. There's our terrain. We're not worried about the terrain.
Thank you for correcting that.
No, let's go. Oh, I think I saw an airplane. Maybe not. I got kind of cool. It's like, oh, there's another airplane flying with us. Yay! Well, let's zoom out here. Oh, there's one. Way out there. Okay, Mount Hood still in sight. It's doing 100 knots. Still in climb power. Coming on 9,000. Oh, wow. Well, that was a pretty fast climb up to 9,500. That's why I love the big old radio. Lots of power. Yes. Borrow the words from Jeremy Clarkson there. And, yep. Everything's lining up nicely. Alright, coming up 9,500. Go ahead and level off here. I think I originally filed for VATSIM for 9,500 anyways. We'll make the controllers happy. Well, there's technically no controllers right now in my area. Boo. It is New Year's Eve, so everyone's doing their own shenanigans. End of year, and I think we'll have 2 videos up. This will be video number 3. Not too bad. Okay, we're leveling it out at 9,500. There's beautiful Mount Hood. Mount Hood sits about 11,000 feet-ish. Most of the mountains do here in our neck of the woods. They sit about 10,000, so technically we would balk into it, but you gotta get close enough. I want to see if we can see the Timberline Resort and the ski lifts. At night, you might be able to see the ski lifts in operation. The lights, I can't remember. I don't know if you can see them in the daytime. I don't know if it's depicted very well. Like I said, I have to turn my graphics down so my computer doesn't have a complete burnout. So let's go ahead and set for cruise power now. Let's see here. Economical, what's it? 2,000. Recommended cruise below 30 inches at 2,000 RPM. So we can go ahead and pull this down to, let's see here. Recommended, does say recommended at 2,000. And now we just got to keep our manifold below 30. Basically, put it in the blue. That's your cruise. Excellent, excellent. Is that blue? Does the green go below the 30? No, it stops right at the 30. Okay. Okay, we do have another airplane here about at 1 o'clock. In VATSIM, he's at 12,000 feet. Ground speed is 365 knots. Yeah, that's a big boy. I don't know if I can see him or not. About 1 o'clock. I don't see anything. He's not that far out from me. But I don't see him. He's obviously no factor, but sometimes you sightsee, sometimes you look for airplanes. When you're flying, you'll do a whole bunch of fun stuff. Yeah, he's almost dead ahead, actually. Oof. I don't see him. No. Okay. Should have no factor anyways. ahead and we're going to kick off our autopilot. Did I kick it off? Do I have control? Yes, I do have control. We'll follow Highway 26 up through the mountain pass up here. Go ahead and turn this way. Still keep 9,500 feet. We're still fairly well trimmed, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much.
Center for 597, report, Cascade 597, just let you know if you have any ride reports up there. It looks like we're going to get some calls.
So that should be Highway 26. So that would be Road, well, Road or Denver, I think it's closer up here. Just towards the base of the mountain area.
Smooth so far, left 1225, no Mount Wide.
That's Highway 26. It's pretty cool as you can see the cutout for the power lines. That is pretty nifty. I like how that's modeled in there. I like that. You know, Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator isn't good per se for how well the airplane flies. Flight characteristics, you might call it. But the scenery, oh, it's becoming really bang on if you need to navigate. You could probably figure it out and be just fine. Again, there's our three mountains. We got Adams, St. Helens, and Rainier. So way over there. That's a pretty cool tall mountain. We'll do those on another flight. Don't you worry. I can already see in the comments. Let's do those. Like, well, calm down, people. There's a lot of ground to cover in the simulator. So that's Highway 26, snakes around. I also know this because I've beat that highway to death many times going over to Central Oregon. So I'm pretty gosh darn familiar with it. I don't know how well it'll be traced on the other side to drop down into Madras, but we'll see. I'll attempt to find Warm Springs Indian Reservation. There used to be a fantastic, fun little, when I was younger, a water park, which unfortunately shut down since the Rona. But I think it got bought out, and somebody is actually going to put it back into service, so I'm really excited about that. Just happy memories as a kid. We'll go pull our mixture out more. We're almost at 10,000 feet. It's not modeled in this plane, but... Hello. Oh, talking about glitch. Oh, we'll just kind of fudge it for now.
Right, we like to put this a little bit on the
Okay, so that is Highway 26. You basically go on the south face. There's Highway 26. Goes on the south face. Goes at the top. You got the DOT station in the wintertime, so they camp out, and there's a lodge there where the drivers stay in the wintertime so they can do the winter plowing and all that fun stuffs. This would be basically the hard pull up at the top of the mountain pass, which is should be right where that curves down. That starts dropping down. And then it splits off into Highway 35, which will take you back into the gorge, or 26, which will continue to go over to the Warm Springs, Madras, towards US 97. Fantastic. I like how that's modeled. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's pretty nifty. So, welcome to welcome to Mount Hood, people. This is Mount Hood Wilderness Area. Government camp would be, again, it's pretty much at the top of the pass, right over here. Sneaking in through here, you got Timberline Lodge, very famous lodge. Ski slopes, the ski lifts are all on the, well, I don't know about all of them, but I do know that the chunk of them are on the south face here. We'll get a little bit closer, see if we can see them a little bit better, but IRL, you don't want to get too close to these mountains because they can suck you right in. I knew of one of my friends who has an airplane. They got a little bit close to the mountain, not dangerously close, but they got close enough they could start to feel some Venturi effects going on, and they were traveling 70 or 80 knots max away from the mountain. It may have been Jefferson, which is over there, and their ground speed was only 60 or 70 knots. They were crawling away from the mountain, so you do want to be very, very mindful of sightseeing here close to the mountains. But oh, the views are just gorgeous. So what we'll do is we'll fly around once. Maybe hang out here and see if we can see the ski lodges, or do that first and then circle. We'll circle the mountain once, and then we'll ricochet off at the mountain and head towards Madras. Probably dial in Redmond VOR, I think. Yeah, Redmond VOR is not too far out, so we'll dial that in afterwards. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and get a little bit closer to the mountain here. I think they do depict Timberline Lodge. I think they do. There's the branch off of Timberline, I believe. IRL, yes, I recognize that's the junction to go up the slope. And government camp is right here. This is where the DOTs are stationed. It might be over on that corner, actually. Yeah, I think it's over there. I can't remember. That might be the Snow Bunny Hill. I just have to get closer and see. No, the DOT station would be on this straight stretch. Let's go ahead and pull. Let's clear traffic here. Cleared right. Cleared left. We're the only one up here. Fantastic. Loving having space to ourselves. You gotta be careful though, because the approach to get into Portland, it'll take you not too far out here from PDX. The approach, I can't remember which one. It doesn't. I mean, the planes aren't too far away, but it brings you in close enough to Mount Hood that you should be looking out for traffic. As always, as you should do. As you do, should be always doing that.
Yeah, good afternoon. 650 flight over to
All right.
2135, U2 rise 2227 seats.
Lovely. Looking beautiful.
Center Skies 4023, any chance we can fly level 360?
All right, we'll have a cheeky little sneaky peek up the Timberline Lodge here. We'll see if see how we're doing there. Oh, climbing in altitude. Yeah, I don't mind extra altitude here.
I maintain level 360, Skies 4023, thanks.
As far as where to land, if we had an engine out, honestly, probably would be on that straight stretch at government camp area. Probably the safest place to land, especially in the wintertime. If you land anywhere off other than the road, you might just wind up the snowbank permanently. We got a few lakes. We would never make it to the lakes though, but that straight stretch out of government camp, that's where we would have. That's where I would try to aim for. Even if you crash, at least you know that you're not too far off from the road. You're pretty much on the road, so emergency services can get to you in time, hopefully. Okay, so that's the road down there to go to Timberline Lodge. It's not rendered it yet. Oh, no, wait. That should be it. That should be it right there. Slash ski lifts. Let's have a little stinky peeky, cheeky little stinky peeky a little bit closer here, eh? Let's pull some power back here. Yeah, that's it. It's a little just snakes right up to the mountain. Not terrible depiction. I have to wait to get closer for my CPU to render it. There's the ski lodge. There it is. Got the ski lodge in sight. Right there. Let me see if I can have a little cheeky closer look here. Yep, there's the lodge. So that goes snakes up to the ski lifts. That's how they depict that. Not too far off, yep. There it is. There's the ski lodge. That's so cool. There's the parking lot, yep. How flippin' cool is that? I love this game. And that would be the ski lifts. They don't depict the ski lifts, unfortunately, but they do see the buildings at the top. A couple of buildings there. Okay, yeah. That's. I mean, considering this is auto-generated world with photorealism, you know, from Google Earth, that's not bad at all. I'm well pleased with that. You can actually navigate with that because on the sectional, it does say, I'll show you right here, And indeed, those ski lifts are indeed depicted, and you can see the lodge. How flippin' fantastic is that? There's even a car going away from the lodge. Cool. There it is. Mount Hood. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some power in. We're getting really too close to this mountain now. Go ahead and do a full circle on it. Get some climbing power up, built up in here. Trim up. That's how I want to get only close just to at least see that. So we'll circle around once and then we'll head direct south. Well, sort of direct south. Okay. And we're coming around again. They're in the ski lift area. The lodge. Right down there. Excellent. That is Mount Hood. I hope you like that 360, people. We're going to go ahead and turn to Madras. We're going to land at Madras because I need to use the bathroom. And now we'll end the first leg of our journey and we'll start on our second leg. So, let's go ahead and head to Madras. I think I'll use the VOR for navigation for this go-around. So we'll use the DHC-2 VOR 117.6.
1225, we just got that on the way. Plus or minus
7, 6, and 67 nautical miles out. We're on the 327 radial. We can also identify it. And that is a DHC-2 VOR. Excellent. Uh-oh. There's another plane. Uh-oh. He's at 38,000 feet. He's no factor. I just checked in with that, so he's no factor. All right, let's go ahead and head to the VOR. So we're on the 327 radial. So 3 should be or is that 037? Oh, that's outbound though. 328. 328. So 328. So yeah, right about there. No, that's not right. Is that right? Well, let's check their OBS here. I'm gonna go to it. Just helps me do the math a lot better. 035 rate. Oh wow. Oh, we are heading right to it. Wow. Interesting. Okay. We need to do odd thousands plus 500s. So let's drop this down. We're gonna go ahead and go down. Let's go to 7,500. We'll go autopilot. We'll go 500 feet. Now we'll go ahead and pull the power back some. Back to cruise. How are we doing for fuel? Center tank, still 3/4. Okay, excellent.
121.35, just 4025.
And it says we're on the 329 radial now. So, yeah. We're still in quasi-accelerated flight, so I should have, once we level out, we'll set our compass proper. That should be US 26. Highway 26. Coming through 9,000, down for 7,500. Let's go ahead and check our compass. That's 070. We're still in accelerated flight, but oh, googly moogly, this thing's way off.
2135, West 297, good day.
Wow. I mean, well, wow. That was incredibly far off. We'll have to see once we get to level flight if that's truly legit or not. But just on the initial, wow, that really precessed hard.
Negative for Jazz 527.
So we need to head 050. Oops, don't do that. Wrong button. Something like that. Okie dokie.
Unable to 20 last, the country 8251. Right now it's at about 0 US.
Yeah, this feels a lot better. This feels a, yeah. Driving by here many years. Yeah, no, we should be heading that direction. Not up towards Ty Valley. Wow, I didn't realize it precessed that much before. Jeez. Is this thing wanting to... What's wrong with this thing? I don't want navigation hold. All I want you to do is just do your altitude hold. That's it. Alright, so where are we at now? 060. So we turn our heading bug to 062. Yeah, I'm not too far off now. So basically, we're going to follow the Madras VOR, and once we get into Madras, technically Madras, we're heading towards the, correction, we're heading towards the Deschutes VOR. Madras doesn't have a VOR, but we should be able to spot US 97 from there, and we'll fly into Madras. Now, I could have taken the US 26, US 26, but I was filling in here with one time, and I kind of lost the highway. It's not very well depicted, in my opinion. So, what we could do, we can head in the general direction, do some quick maths, and triangulate where Madras is supposed to be. Now, obviously, first of all, my brain's going kabonkers. We could just type in Sierra, direct to Sierra 33, which we'll do that anyways. It's nice to exercise all your equipment, right? Sierra 33. Boom, and we just follow the magic pink magenta line of God and get there. But actually, not too far off. But if we wanted to do it VOR style, what we would do is we bring up our handy sectional, and we simply plot the 2 points between Kimberly, the Kimberly VOR, and the Deschutes VOR. So let's get Kimberly dialed in. That's 115.6, 115.6. So 115.6. What's it? 1156 or 1155? 1156. Let's go ahead and swap that out right quick. IND. It should be it. Yes, it is. Let's verify that on the Nav1 radio. Confirmed, that is Kimberly. So, all we got to do now that we have 2 points, we can triangulate where we're supposed to be at. So, find Madras. Approximately, we need to be on the approximately 250 radial of Kimberly, outbound, and the Deschutes VOR should be about 355 outbound. And once we cross that intersection, that should be Madras. Let's see if we can dial it in this end now. So, this is the Kimberly VOR. We're on the 277, and we need that to be the 250. As far as the VOR for Madras, we're on the 340 radial, so we're not doing too bad. Obviously, we're starting to veer off on our line. So, if we want to track, probably easiest to drag the Deschutes VOR first until we get closer. We are on the VOR for Deschutes. Are we level flight? We are in level flight. Excellent. Let's go ahead and line our compass up properly now. That is the 135. That is 135 degrees. And we get our heading bug out of the way here at 1. 135. Oh yeah, this thing's way off. 135 degrees. Okay. So now we tell the compass, we ask it where we need to be. We need to be on the 160 for our direction. So let's go ahead and go 160.
Center Sky 3479, I request flight level 360. Thank you, flight level 360, Sky 3479.
Okay, that's approximately the 160. So we're headed direct to Deschutes, VOR. And if we can quasi stay on this flipping path. Okay. Again, we're on Deschutes. We're headed direct towards it. If I would lessen my workload, just hit altitude hold. Now, well, that's flying fat, dumb, and happy. Now all we need to do is cross the Kimberly VOR at approximately 250 radial, and we'll know we should be over, approximately be over Madras. So now for Kimberly, we are on the 276 radial, so it's going to take a little while for us to dial that in. And we'll know we're on the 250 radial if you wanted to with this VOR. You can actually go to 250 on here. 250 radial. And when that needle comes in square with this gauge, right in the center, we know that we have hit the 250 radial. So we'll see that come in. We can also see it come in digitally on here as well. So we got our heading hold approximately. We can check on the Deschutes VOR, flip between the two every now and then. See, it's really nice when you have, instead of your ADF, you have two OBSs, two VOR gauges in here, because you can track both of them simultaneously instead of flip-flopping between one, because this is a real pain in the butt. And as you can see, I corrected my course, and we're not looking too bad. We're not looking too bad. So, flying the Deschutes, flying to the Deschutes VOR. We are currently tracking the 250 radial for Kimberly. As soon as we cross that, we should be pretty much direct over Madras, and we should see the airport. Their airport is, they got two runways. One of them is fairly small, the other one is huge. It's like 5,100 feet long, direct north-south. It's a big boy. It's a big boy, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem spotting it once we get there. Again, we can go ahead and right quick. We can check in our VOR for Deschutes again. We're still pretty much on the 160 radial, more or less. It's pretty dang close. So that's still good. And then again for here, we're looking for the 240. Right there. Excellent. So we'll just watch that needle. Should be coming in, hopefully, in the not too distant future. Maybe in about 15, 20 minutes. How far are we away from Madras? Waypoint, distance 150 nautical miles. No, distance is 28 miles. What? No, I don't want your fly behind. No, I don't want VNAV. I just want... Oh, cool. You can actually punch it in. Runway 1634. Okay, that's good to know. Distance is 27 nautical miles. Now, we're actually not too far out from it, so it's not going to take very long at all. 2 miles a minute. 15 minutes? I did not do that right. It's not going to take too long, people. Hang with me. Hang with me. We'll be all right. Alright, flight checks. Instruments are in the green. We got good fuel source first, cylinder head temperature nominal.
No problem. The country 8251.
Carb heat's in the yellow, but that's fine. There's no moisture out whatsoever. We are charging. That all looks good. Suction still good, and wow, we've been flying for almost 2 hours. Yikes, I'm sorry. I prefer longer flights. Let me know if you guys prefer longer flights, because I do. Oh, it's coming in. So that's a 260 radial. That's a 250 radial. So yeah, it's definitely okay. I got it dialed in right. 250 radial. Let's do 255 so we get a little bit advanced warning here. 254. There we go. So that Neil's direct center. We should be right over Madras. Still trying to see it, but sorry for the flickering of the engine blades. I can't see it quite yet. Lots of sparse land out this part of our country here. Obviously, we got a few places for landing. There's a nice, fairly flat plateau. As I say, there's a lot of lava rocks in these fields on this open range land. Might shear off some gear, might shear off some landing gear, but you know, in a pinch, a lot of this is flat enough. There's some nice plateaus you can land on, so you know we'd be okay. That should be Jefferson over there, and the Three Sisters Range, Broken Top, Three Finger Jack, Washington. That's gonna be a big old tour just to try to cover all those mountains. There's a lot of mountains south of Hood. Okay, what are we doing for VOR work? Kimberly, come on, Kimberly. 260 radial. We're getting there. We are darn gone close. We are darn close. Madras. Okay, what's town?
2135 to 5 minutes.
Thinking. Oh, okay. That right there is probably Warm Springs Indian Reservation, because US 26 comes through here, cuts across, and then jumps back up to the farming plateau. Yeah. Or is this Highway 26? This is Highway 26. It kind of loops around and drops down in the valley, and then you got to climb back up the valley, back on the plateau. So Madras should be over here. Yeah, I'm thinking that could be the Warm Springs Indian Reservation right over there. In fact, I really want to fly over there and test that, because it comes up on this plateau. You come out of the Mount Hood National Forest on the 26 on the plateau, then it drops down in the Indian Reservation. Then 26 snakes out of there to drop back up, and you continue south towards the Redmond Bend area. I bet it doesn't look right though. It looks almost right. Or maybe Highway 26 snakes through here. Where are we at? Getting closer. Yeah, we're looking for the 250 radial. Hasn't come in yet. So we've got enough time to mess about still. That's it. That's got to be Warm Springs right there. Indian Reservation. That has to. I'm pretty certain that's it. Because Lake Timtustus, that should be that over there. That would line up. Because Warm Springs is pretty much northwest of Madras. And we're going in a southeasterly direction, so that lines up. Again, practice some of your pilotage. Don't rely on this beautiful magenta line of God all the time. Yeah. That's Warm Springs. That's Warm Springs right there. So in theory, we should be able to see US 97, and I think that's depicted on one of these roads right here, possibly. Yeah, I bet it's this one right here, because it drops off the southern face down into, I'll call it a swale, but I don't know what you would call it, ravine. There's a bridge that crosses, what is that flipping river? No, not Culver. Wow, I'm trying to do everything really fast right here. I can't remember what that river is off the top of my head. Yeah, that's the Indian Reservation, because most of the residential is on the top part of it. Actually, you could do pilotage too and follow us all the way into Madras, actually. So that's US 97. Crawl up the hill to go up to the top of the plateau. You can see it snakes around. You get up to the top of the plateau. It tops out right here. Then you head south. Culver's around here. So Madras, a little bit beyond here. Should be on this next plateau right over here. Or is that Madras right there? That might be it right there.
Seattle, Gulf Signal number 1, Select 430.
97, because the airport's right by 97. That's got to be our airport right there. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That should be it. Let's take a look at that right quick. Oh, called it. Called it. I don't need no stinking GPS flying in these parts. That is Madras. Right. Let's go down to pattern altitude. Get you guys out and have you guys use the facilities here right quick. Let me get my point of view. Sorry about that. Lined up. Alrighty. I need to figure out what Madras is. 122.8. 122.
3557, 1 Kilo.
2.8. Oh, you idiot. Why'd you do that for? 122.8. Come on.
12135, you also sir.
Okay. So, checking Madras, left-hand traffic pattern for both on the sectional. It's standard left-hand traffic, is not depicted right-hand turns. Let's fly over the airport. That's fine. Should be runway 16. That should be it. That should be the airport right there, right? Yep, that's the airstrip right there. Something doesn't look right. No, it's right though. It's right. Where's the short runway? Or is that? Oh, that's it right there. Yeah, it's not connected, and well, it's technically connected. It's kind of funky how that is set up. Let's Oh, I did not check the AFD to figure out which runway is the calm runway. So obviously you tune into traffic, check the weather, which they have an AWOS. They have an AWOS. 132 425.
Wind calm. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point 13 Celsius. Altimeter 29er 2.
Okay, that winds are calm still.
Sierra.
So we'll land on 16. We'll go out here and make downwind for the 45 here. Let's go ahead and lose some altitude. The altitude airport is 2,438 feet. So 25, so around 3,500 feet is what we're going to be looking for. Dummy me, I don't have the airport field directory in front of me, so some traffic patterns are different. They're not necessarily 1,000 feet above the airport, but doing this on the fly, listening to airport traffic advisories, weather, we'll go ahead and call the. We'll go ahead and call it. We'll just make the call to do land on 16 here. So 3025, so roughly 3,500 feet is what we want on the altimeter to enter on the downwind. 45 downwind. There's our airstrip. Excellent. Lots of parking. Lots of parking. Excellent. So basically, we can follow US 97 out. Oh, let's see. Go back wherever those trees are, then we'll make our U-turn. Alright, we're going to be landing soon. Flaps, we're still trying to bleed off air, so we can't do that yet. Center. Fuel. Fullest, our nearest tank. We'll go ahead and switch it to a full tank. Landing lights on. Boost pumps on. We'll keep that off for now. Mixture rich. Props full rich. We'll get our flaps and we'll get more set up here, but let's go ahead and increase our mixture. 500 feet per minute is a very excellent descent, nice and easy. No, forgot to check our Kimberly VOR, but I already called it before I even saw the 250 come in. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's lazily pull ourselves back in a little bit to the airport. I don't want to turn our fuel pump booster on quite yet. We're not quite set up for in a pattern yet. Besides, that thing's noisy and buggy as all get out. We won't need fuel. We'll just stop, stretch our legs. Oh, I even got a tower. Nice. Oh, it is lighted. Oh, yeah, I'll be darned. I didn't know that. Sectional says it is. Excellent. Good pitch. That's a nice, steady pitch down. Madras traffic. Do you have our 900 Kilo Alpha entering on the extended 45 for the downwind 16 Madras traffic. Extended 45 downwind is what I meant to say. Yeah, radio calls. I need to work on them. What? How far out are we from the airport? 3 nautical miles. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to start nosing up because we're starting. We've got 500 feet to go before we're in traffic pattern altitude. This is lining up perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go full props. Mixture full rich. And wide arc, 1 notch of flaps. We'll start to trim up here. Madras traffic to Havilland 900 Kilo Alpha on the 45 for left downwind 16 Madras. I said Madras, not Astoria, right? Crap, I can't remember. Alrighty. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit more power here. No one's coming there. 1 notch of flaps. Add some power. Madras traffic to Havilland 900 Kilo Alpha. Left downwind 16 Madras. Bleeding way too much air off. Come on now, focus, man, focus. Okay, so flaps are down. Landing lights are on. Fuel pump booster on. Check. Fuel selector, we are on fullest tank. Airspeed's a little slow, not bad. Put in another notch of flaps. We're almost a beam the numbers. This is beautiful farmland, especially in the springtime. In the summer and fall, not so much because it's all, you know, brown. They don't get a lot of water over here. I'll tell you what, in the springtime, it is gorgeous. This is going to be a very short base. Let's go. Let's extend the downwind. Madras traffic to Havilland 900 Kilo Alpha, extending the downwind 3 miles for 16 Madras. Go ahead and extend that. That would get us time to swing about. Madras traffic to Havilland 900 Kilo Alpha, turning left base 16 Madras. Add a little bit more power in here. Fuel pump boosters on, flaps are in. We'll go another notch. I'm going for landing flaps. One more. We'll need one more for landing flaps. That's all right. Oof. Oh yeah, we need to get down. Oof. Oh yeah. Madras traffic, the Havilland manages you kill at Alpha final 16 Madras. Oh yeah, let's put some more flaps in. Let's pull this sucker back. Okay, let's get my point of view lined up. Right then, let's grease this thing. Let's grease this landing. Not bad, not bad. Too bad my computer froze right there for a second. Gosh darn it. And throttle out. Gingerly tap on the brakes, tail wheels down. And let's try to scoot up our point of view just a smudge. Alright, we'll expedite our taxi the next available exit. I will turn that stupid fuel pump booster on as soon as I can get myself stopped here. Okay, let's clear our hold line first. They got an airport museum here too. I want to check out one of these days. Maybe take you guys with me if the channel gets big enough, you know. Alright, there it is. Hold the brakes, hold the brakes. There we go. Excellent, excellent. Let's go with that. Madras traffic to Havilland as you kill Alpha clear 16 Madras. Okay, parkings. Looks like we got the whole thing, the whole airport to ourselves, really. Hello, brakes are released. Let's go. Come on. Pitter patter. Really? Alright, fuel pump off, please, for goodness sake, turn that off. Flaps retracted, landing lights off. Mixture, we'll lean it out a little bit since we're on the taxi program now. Let's go up to the terminal, I guess. All these taxi lines, I guess. They're supposed to guide you into some parking lots, I guess. Allegedly. Can we have a cheeky little sneaky over here? I don't know if I was supposed to do that. That's okay, we're the only ones out here. Where's the T parking hangars or T parking? It might be over there. Let's try over there. Hello, come on. Get the lead out of your bucket, you stupid brakes. Makes you getting awful sticky with this thing. Have you cleaned the rudder pedals like you said you were going to? Nope. Oh, there's a T. Oh, there's some T parking right there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab that T parking right there. See how well I can do this. Oof. Now with that view. Oh yeah, we need some differential braking here. See how well we can line this up here. Whoa, easy, easy. Whoa, 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 you stupid plane. I'm sorry to try that again. When you pulled to shift your view, it pretty much cancels your current inputs. I know you can change that, but I like the view look, so I don't know. So let's get you all guys nice and sick. And let's try this again. Problem is I need to pivot my head because I don't have IR tracker because that costs money. See my rudder pedals here. There we go. Okay. Let's see how well we can do this here. A little bit more gently on the throttle. Watch your wing next to the window, or next to the building there. Okay, I won't grab that T. I might well grab that one. Oof. Are we close? That should be alright. Let's grab that one. That will be a little bit easier here. No, we can probably still grab that one. Ooh, we're going to be close. I know I need to pivot it. There it goes. There we go. Whoops. Okay. And we'll go ahead and set parking brake. Idle at 1,000. We'll check our handiwork in a second. Let's go with engine shutdown procedures. First of all, it's not included on this checklist. Turn your radios off first before to prevent a radio spike. Lights off. Props at 1,000 RPM. Yes, that's good. Let's see, carb heat cold. Yes, we're at idle speed. Mixture level cut off. Mixture level or idle cut off. Ignition off. Fuel selector tank off. External lights off. Internal switches are off. And we are done. Now let's check out our handiwork. Okay, how do we do? Not bad. Not bad considering this is a simulator and I've got rubbish equipment for controls. That's not terrible. That's not terrible, actually. Just a little bit over there, but you know what? That's that's not bad at all, actually. That actually, I mean, your real CFI, your real flight instructor would actually be shaking his head, but for in-game, oh, scrub it, I'll call that a win. Well, thank you everybody for part 1, for viewing the lovely Mount Hood, as Jefferson. Mount Hood is over there. The next part in this, this will be in a playlist. We will be visiting Jefferson, which is straight direct west. And then we got the South Sisters, and it's going to be a whole cluster. We'll be staying around this this part of the neck of the woods probably for a while. It's going to take a while to tour all of those mountains. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll sign off for now. We'll catch you in the next next installment here on the Piston Pounder channel. Thanks for watching.